All right, welcome to the Interact way of event production. We're very passionate about our core values. Memories that last a lifetime, number one. Building an event for the biggest bang for the buck, absolutely a high priority. We can do this because we actually own everything on the ground. It's 100% us. We have multiple departments that interact, and we have multiple leads here. We don't only zone the rides per age demographic, but we also have zones for social types, the passive, introvert, the extrovert, older adults. We also focus on throughput. We have rides that are designed to have high throughput. In addition to that, we have a water ride section that's all about keeping kids and adults, if they want, nice and cool. We have the adult zone for mature 14-year-olds and up to keep a really passive, fun, yet competitive, interactive environment. We have the sports zone for all ages. We have the teen zone to have the teens have some e-ticket ride experiences. And then we move this way and we actually have a really good tweens and kiddies. So fun stuff, big. We don't do backyard bouncer stuff. We do bigger than life, wow factor stuff. Macros where we lay everything out. We first get here, we just dump in piles, appropriate piles, then we come back and do a footprint. Once our footprint's done, and we know we have everything here, that's when we can finally start the finish work. The finish work is the funnest part, but you gotta get all the stuff in the right place. All right, I'm here in the back kitchen. We're serving 1,700 people today in a 2-hour period. We got chicken, we got brisket, and we smoked it 6 hours, and now we're finishing it with a braise, rendering the fat so it's perfectly done. And then we have our famous ribs. Our ribs are baby back ribs. We use a dry rub. People that like heavy sugary barbecue sauce can add it on the food service line. We like to show off the back kitchen because we have spent years and years and years creating an efficient, very transportable, and very scalable food service. So we can do 5,000 people just as easy as we can do 1,500. I got smokers turned into ovens. We use them both ways. Our chef kits are all pre-packed. Everything's dialed in. You'll see a lot of hustle and bustle back here, but watch how much you see tables getting wiped down, stuff getting double cleaned. We run a clean, tight show, and our food is competition quality. Our welcome zone, we have tents with matching tables, all digital printed to match all of our other booths. Nobody does that. It helps communicate, helps create the look and the vibe. In this situation, we provided wristbands. Now, we don't just do wristbands by color, we do custom wristbands, and it has one color is for 11 o'clock and another color is for 12. It's all for food service. We print on there food service between 11 and 12. Then the other color is 12 to 1. The other color is 1 to 2. We're serving 1,800 people here today. So we want to make sure we had good flow, keep the food fresh, be able to control the food quality as well as giving good service to people allocated for different shifts to eat. Now, in addition to the wristbands, we also sometimes will bring in a big ride that can't accommodate everybody. So we'll have a check, so anyone that does this ride, they basically can't keep going on it, keeping someone else from going on it. We've also used it for fun food if we're doing like funnel cakes and stuff like that. In a nutshell, the wristbands help control, communicate, and direct. Well, we have satellite speakers, 10 clusters throughout the event. We have 2,000 feet of XLR cable on the ground feeding the signal to 10 different satellites, so we never have to play loud music. We can have very balanced decibels everywhere so that it's never loud, but it's always clear and good quality. So the kids zone is a really common zone, and it can come in many different forms. This particular 5-item spread has one for toddlers, 1 to age 3, 4, and then we have for bigger kids as we go this way. The idea is throughput. We have some very high throughput pieces so that we can get through at least 1,000 an hour. We're at an event with 1,700 people. This spread could easily work well for 800, and you could even add to it if you wanted more throughput and permeation of kids getting to play. This is a great zone. So our interactive zone is really designed for tweens through adults. The interactive zone represents, in this case, high throughput, a very e-ticket, very wow factor. We have bungee runs and gladiator jousts and all kinds of really fun, interactive, competitive activities. And right next to the interactive zone We have our sport zone, which kind of grows the theme a little bit. So we can take and have interactives balanced with progression of other activities. As we plan big events for 1,700, 2,000, 5,000 people, we look for throughput and an age demographic fit. This is a great zone for pretty much almost all ages. Another amazing zone that we take a lot of pride in is our adult zone. Many planners, they focus on having stuff for the kids. They have bouncers and this and that. Sometimes they'll bring in a ride and have an extreme game. Some people are savvy enough to do a pretty good field game package, but everything needs to balance everything. And we have a really nice adult zone that focuses on people 14 to 16 mature and above. You can't let kids in there because once the kids are in there, the adults won't go. But we keep a person that kind of watches that, resets the games, a very professional delivery on a lot of fun, unique activities that are interactive, low liability, and a whole lot of fun to help build relationships, interact with people, and even make new friends in there. The adult zone is a great fit. Very few people offer this type of thing, but we recommend it for any event that has a balance of adults and kids and all that. Too many people forget about the adults. They're a big part of the event. Our adult zone takes care of them. All right, so our water zone is one of hundreds of different zones. Here behind me, I got 5 water rides. The throughput on just 5 water rides, believe it or not, is over 1,000 people an hour. And people at 85-degree weather want to be cooled down. And so this is an opportunity to hop in there, get wet, have fun. And this zone has got its own signs, its own zone lead, and its operators. Very passionate about safety, but our wet zone is very wet, very fun. Another popular zone is our fun zone. We can have artists in there doing character art, balloon twisting, close-up magic, face painting, airbrush tattoos, and the sky's the limit. In this set, we have our photo booth with a couple of character artists and face painters. The fun zone is part of our theme and look. You'll notice it has the shack on there and custom printed table covers. All of our zones are dialed in and look excellent. This is a good event to see the details from the digital printed table covers and tents to the actual parameter flagging to the way we spread our garbage cans. Everything is dialed in because we've spent 33 years perfecting what we do. And that's how we can offer the biggest bang for the buck.